Hello and welcome back to Goomedy's Coins and Banknotes, and today we are talking about an underrated coin that was issued by New Zealand. So as you know, on my channel I like to talk about coins from all around the world. Today's New Zealand. You never know if you come back. I might talk about Israel, Thailand, Finland, Germany and a lot of other countries. I'm trying to cover every country in the world, and later on we're going to talk about the current coins in New Zealand. So this is part of the current coins of New Zealand. It's a $2 coin and it's an aluminium bronze coin. The other one is the $1, and these are both first minted in 1990 and started circulating in 1991. They're different from Australian coins because in Australia the $1 and $2, the $2 is smaller than the $1. In New Zealand the $2 is bigger than the $1. So that actually confuses people when they come here. Okay, so what we are talking about is this coin here. So this one is the Eastern Great Egret or White Heron. So egret or heron. In Australia we call this an egret, not a heron, because it's a different bird. In New Zealand the Maori name is Kotuku. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but I'll probably just pronounce it with an Australian accent. And it is also the lowest minted New Zealand coin with 1 million. So this is 1997. Then the other years we have 98 with 6 million. And then we have another coin. So this one is 2002. This one has a card. That's why I kept it. But the reason why the 1997 is special is because they had a problem with this coin. So if you look on the side, they have security reading. This is what they call security reading. You can see on the two later coins, the security reading is actually quite wide in between. So reading the gap with the dots on it, they should probably put New Zealand for $2 like in Hong Kong. And then in this one, you can see that the gap is actually quite small. So they had some problem with the actual security reading. Now, apparently the metal composition of this coin is a little bit different than these ones. So they should be about 92% copper, 6% aluminium, 2% nickel. So apparently this is a little bit different. Might have, based on what it looks like, might be slightly different. Might have a little bit more nickel. So we're going to do two things. We're going to check the weight and we're going to check the diameter. So I don't have any calipers or fine scales. So maybe this is not going to work that well. Okay, I've got other coins. Get rid of the pen. Can you see the actual? Okay, there you go. Okay, this should weigh about 10 grams. So if we put the 97 on first, yeah, it weighs 10 grams. Press it down. Yeah, 10 grams. 10 grams. Only 2002. Yeah, 10 grams. So there's no problem with the actual weight. Okay, if they don't seem to be different diameter, put in millimeters. So okay, 97, just roughly, it should be about 26.5. So how do we do this? Okay, try to use the bird as a marker, and the widest point probably there. Yeah, that's coming up as about 25.5. Okay, do this one. So you just keep going up, up, up till you get there. Okay, get the widest part. Okay, this seems to be 26. And there's this one. So this is not perfect. Yeah, it seems to be 26.5. So anyway, that is basically corresponds to the current coins. So there were two problems with this. The metal composition was different, and some say that the diameter of the coin was slightly different. So this caused a problem in vending machines. So I'm just going to go with the metal composition was a bit different, although the weights are the same. How about the diameter? I mean the thickness. So we have thickness of, yeah, was it 2.7? That looks slightly thinner, probably 2.5, could be 2.7. This one, yeah, it's probably 2.7. So this is why you need calipers if you're going to do this stuff. I'm not going to buy them, they're a bit expensive. But I could use them in geological specimens as well. Yeah, 2.7. So this is probably a slightly thinner. Does it look slightly thinner? Yeah, to me it does actually. So maybe that's why they had problem with the skewered reading. Okay, but the main thing is that I can't find any for sale on the internet. So here we have the $2 coin, and this is Wikipedia, and it gives you specifications. So I reckon that the coin's just a little bit thinner. And when you use vending machines, they rely on electric conductivity, so how fast the electricity goes through the coin. And if you change the metal composition, it's going to change that. And also the diameter. So if the diameter is a bit off, it will reject the coin based on those two criteria. Some of them might check the thickness as well, but that's probably the point. Weight, yeah, they have to dump it on a scale, but so they probably don't use that. And here we go. The 1997 coin was quickly recalled and destroyed due to the error resulting in the vending machine and parking meters rejecting it. This was due to metal composition of the coin being slightly different to previous years, meaning the conductivity of the 97 coin was irregular. As most of the mechanisms use conductivity to verify coin, this discrepancy resulted in widespread rejection of the coin, so they couldn't use it in machines. So here's the mintages, and as you can see, 1997, lowest of 1 million. But because these were, I think they were issued, okay, here is an article. Well, where's the article? This one. Okay, so we have an article, meters reject 1997 coin. This is the only information I can find. And gives you some information. So some of the councils have problems with it. Already in circulation. Okay, this one says the coin was released using the metal with vending machines, but communication said it withdrawal from circulation. So it was withdrawn in January 1998 when problems were identified. So probably issued in 97. But the website of the Reserve Bank says the coins are usually issued 2 years afterwards, so maybe they can check them now. Then, okay, so they're not sure where the information come from. Blah 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 blah. Okay, and here's information about the actual coin. Okay, so this is the animal that's on it. Here we have some more information. So this one says slightly wider than the $2 coin. So I'm not too sure if that's true. Maybe it's probably both actually. But, and here we have one for sale for $6. Okay, $6. Now I reckon this is the only one I found for sale. So I reckon $6. And obviously it's not for sale now. It's gone. So the price of these should have gone up. Now NGC prices these coins. So if you're not too sure, it says $2. at pretty much MS65, so pretty much uncirculated, at $5. Yeah, really, $5. You're not going to get that. I've tried to look up these. So these are the only images that we've got. The other ones are probably generic and not 1997. So there's not many images on the internet either. And then we got this article. So this eBayer was selling them for $4 and ended September 22nd. So really, these are probably not known, that's why they're selling them so low. But I reckon should be at least easily $20, because if you try and look up stuff, you're not going to get much on it. There's information, but shops, no, not many shops actually sell on it. So here I am on eBay, so we'll try and look for the coin there and we'll see what comes up. So see, so I put in the specifications, 1997, $2 New Zealand coin. Comes up a bunch of New Zealand coins, but none of them are 1997. Got the $1, got the commemorative, that's from Kiribati Day. This one, don't know, 1990, that's pretty common, about 30 million. So really, you're not gonna find it. So I reckon that majority of these were never issued for circulation. That's what makes them pretty scarce. So now I say rare is about, what, 2,500 coins or less. Maybe this coin could be rare as well because only a few were issued. Here you go. X. Okay, so you can get them in mint sets. How many were issued in mint sets? Where's the... Does it say how many mint sets were issued? Proof? Oh yeah, 4,150. So that will make it a common coin. So the only way you're going to get this is in mint sets. And that's all for $30. Maybe that's the best way. It's also uncirculated. Mint sets are actually quite expensive for New Zealand. Okay, so basically that's what you need to look for in your change in New Zealand. So basically, moral of the story is when you have $2 coins, flip them over, check if they're 97, because the chances of you getting a 97 coin are actually quite low. Also 98. Would I be higher? Probably a bit hard to get in higher grade. Anyway, and also look for cuds. So this $2 here is very good. So thank you very much for watching my video. Hope this helped you collect New Zealand coins, and take care.